Hello guys, this is Roger69501 and welcome to my Convergence video. Actually has a cool ring to it. So I know I'm way behind on my comics, but come on, I'll be honest with you. Between work and the computer, the computer went kaput, the computer died on me. So I had to get a new one. Which I did. I'm going to give you my thoughts about Convergence issue number 3. I know I'm behind. Here's the cover. Issue number 4. And issue number 5, which I have to say that the cover is pretty cool. So, issue number 6 is on its way here. Hopefully. So, issue number 3. Now, my last video I talked about issue number 2, which is right here. Yep, issue number 2. Okay, issue number 3. This is the issue where, yep, this is where our heroes go to that world, inside the world. Kind of like the land of the lost, remember? Kind of like a land inside of the land, if that makes any sense. There was a TV show, was a TV show or was a movie? Old movie. I think it's called Land of the Lost. It was a land, it's like going to a cave and then you end up some other land where they have dinosaurs and all the good stuff. So more or less, the noise. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yes. So half of the team went to that land of the lost, while Batman and Dick Grayson, they went to the Batcave. The thing is that on this issue is when, if I'm not mistaken, let me see. Where Batman, he actually sacrificed himself for a better good. Well, he sacrificed himself in the sense that because he knew he did not have no more that specific drug that would make him be more agile. So, in Dick Grayson, he got shot by the Joker. Same way as Barbara Gordon. So more or less, Dick Grayson, he's not going to be able to walk. And that's not the fun part. The fun part is that Telos, he came over because just right that moment when the Joker was going to shoot Dick Grayson again, Telos shows up and broke his neck, which was fun. And basically that's the whole story. Those are the main thing, because now on issue number 4 is where we're going to see that Land of the Lost, which I think is called War World or Warlord, something like that. I know. So issue number 4. Issue number 4 is when Telos, he will give or put Dick Grayson some kind of like a liquid metal, kind of like, remember the cup from Terminator 2? Kind of liquid metal. So that kind of like take away the pain and kind of like work something on his own, and he's be able to walk. So I guess if he takes that out, so boom, he's go down to the floor. So that's just half of the story. The other part of the story is where we see our heroes like Green Lantern, Flash, and I forgot this lady name that she's from the Red, and Superman, that they went to the Land of the Lost. Actually they were following, what's his name? I forgot his name. Anyway, that he's supposed to be like the good guy. Now, the story so far had a twist. What we thought, I mean, in my case, what I thought was the bad guy, well, happens to be, he's a good guy. He's a bad guy just because he had to be a bad guy. And the good guy, what I thought was the good guy, well, happens to be worse than the bad guy, believe it or not. Oh yeah. So, on this issue number 4, we have fights everywhere. There's a lot of action, a lot of fights. And I have to say that I love the art. Check out this art. I just love the art. And the art is from Segovia, which is awesome. Check that out. Now, I don't know which page it worked, but other than that, it's fun. So here we have, here's fighting the soldiers from the warlord, or warlord. Warlord, I think is called the name of that city. So, you know, that world inside the world, like I said, is the land of the lost. Dragons, dinosaurs, Dungeons and Dragons, type of land. Yes, Deimos. That's the name of the good guy. That happens to be the bad guy, Deimos. So Deimos, he's talking to himself in the mirror. So his reflection is, and so he's kind of like talking to himself, but the image, but the reflection of the mirror is actually answering to him. So maybe he has double split personality. I don't know. He's kind of like a magician, something. Deimos. That's the name. So the thing is that we get to find out that Telos, the half man, half the one here on the cover, I believe so. Look. The one that's supposed to be kind of like Brainiac, or it's not Brainiac. Well, he's being used. Actually, he was being obligated to do the bad things that he wants to do. The thing is that on issue number 3, we get to find out, on issue number 4, we get to find out that Telos, he's not such a bad guy after all. Now, whether we can trust him or not, I don't know. It just, one page he's a good guy, the next page he's a bad guy. Kind of like a roller coaster, which I have to say is pretty fun. There. So, here we get to find out the true colors of Deimos. And he's obnoxious. Check this out. Check this page out. Awesome, huh? So, here we see that he's going to fight with the people because he wants to take over the land of the lost. So he's fighting with the wife of not the wife, one of the, yes, he was one of the wife of the main guy, which there used to be an old comic book, old series on DC, I think it's called Warworld or Warlord. The type of Conan, take Conan and mix it up with Dungeons and Dragons. I think it's Warworld or Warlord, which actually that series is gonna be, I think it's gonna be released in June or July. I don't know if that's gonna be a new mini-series or series. I'm not sure, but it's based on this. I mean, after this world, it's gonna spin out. So the thing is that Green Lantern, since a Green Lantern, he's the green from the green. He can feel the whole planet. So the thing is that once they go to that land of the lost, they follow Deimos. The Deimos he wants to release, and you know, and you will never know, you will never guess who he wants to release. The thing is that guy Deimos, he wants to release Brainiac. Now, let's go backwards a little bit. We have Telos. Telos, he's being manipulated by Brainiac. Now, there are different versions of Brainiac throughout the multiverse. I can understand that. The question is, because all this happened after Superman pushed or went through the black hole with Brainiac. Now, wondering in this Brainiac that Deimos wants to release happens to be the Brainiac as we know, or I know, from the event of Superman Doom. So I'm a little bit confused there. I can understand that they are the. Well, I can understand that on the multiversity you have different versions from the same thing. But, so I don't know if this Brainiac here is the one who got incarcerated or locked up after he went through or be pushed by Superman on the black hole. So I'm a little bit lost there. But don't get me wrong. The story, so far the story I like it. It has his up and down, left or right, but basically it's a straightforward, which I like it. Okay, issue number 5. Love the cover. Now, issue number 5 is, well, basically we get to see that Deimos now is friends with Deimos. Now, on this issue, he was the good guy. Now he's the bad guy. It's kind of like, it reminds me of this TV show. What was the name of it? That in one episode he's a good guy, and the next he's the bad guy. It's like he cannot make up his mind whether he's going to be the good guy or the bad guy. The thing is that I don't know if this Brainiac that is locked up here is the same Brainiac if it is the main Brainiac, the original copy. Yes, from all the rest of the Brainiac from the multiverse. So I don't know. So I guess we're going to find out. So here we get to find the story a little bit about, we get kind of like back in time, memory lane to the past of Deimos. So we get to see how was more or less how things were on that planet before he was manipulated by Brainiac. You see, Brainiac he took the planet to convert into like a fight arena. That's what it is. That's what the planet Telos is. And Telos, the character, is part of the planet, believe it or not. So I like that aspect. So Warlord, that's the name of the comic. Kind of like has wings, helmet. So there's a lot of fight here. We see that Tara, Warlord's girlfriend or wife, he gets stabbed on the back by one of those half man, half lizard, half alien, half. So we see that one of the bad guy, they want to kill Telos, but Deimos he stopped it. So now we see all the superheroes going to fight, and there's a big fight left and right, punching, kicking, biting, you name it. Whatever you can think of is here about fight. That is. Now there's a lot of fights here. Now I have to say that I love the art. I really love the art. So basically the whole story goes in the Warlord. Basically the whole story goes is being in Warlord. So we see that Deimos he defeated Superman. And finally, kind of just right that moment when Deimos was going to release Brainiac, guess who shows up? Warlord. Riding some rhino I think it is. I think he's same on the cover. Prehistoric rhino I think it is. I know it has a specific name, but to be honest with you, I don't remember. So anyway, so there's a big fight, and because he's the enemy of Deimos, because Deimos wants to take over Warlord. Deimos want to take over Warlord, Planet Delos, and the whole multiverse. The thing is that, to make the long story short, not Warlord, Deimos has the ability and the power to control or to destroy the whole multiverse. Believe it or not. So overall, I like the story so far. I'm not gonna say that it's an excellent story, not in a sense kind of like Court of Owls or what other story was real good from Justice League. All those small events or crossover is good. I really like it. It keeps me going, believe it or not. So that is perfect? No, it's not. That is good. I like it. So we give it, the whole thing so far has been 4.5 out of 5. It's not being 5 yet, but so far it's been good. So on issue number 4 is the beginning of the half of the event. After this issue is when it starts the issue number 5 is the other half, when we're going to see the second half of all the tie-ins, which I'm going to give you my thoughts about it. I haven't had time to read it yet. That is going to be a bit late. I want to apologize, but it's better late than never, I guess. So overall, it's 4.5 out of 5 from issue number 0 up to 5. Let's see what else I can add. So I guess that Dick Grayson after Convergence is going to be the next Batman on the new Earth 2 society, I think it is, which there's going to be a Batman there. So that Batman happens to be Dick Grayson from Earth 2, not Dick Grayson from Prime Earth, New 52. And so like I say, it's 4.5 out of 5, the whole story from issue number 0 to issue number 5. Well guys, this is it. I hope that you like this video. Till then, bye.